So yesterday was the first time that I ever went and got up extra early to go wait at a distillery for a bottle drop. And what was I waiting for? Garrison's Lady Bird. A little bit more to it, but we'll talk about that later. So was this worth waiting 6 hours for? We'll find out. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and today we're going to review this Garrison Brothers Lady Bird from 2026. As you can see, I did pop this open. My daughter HRH was here and I wanted to share a little pour with her, so I did do that. And actually my mother-in-law, who usually goes to these things for me, was here and she got a little pour as well. Nice little pop there. Let's pour some out so we can do a review. I do like that. If you see here, it has that little package on the side. And what that is actually some seeds. So it's a Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. And so part of the $5 from each of these bottles does go to the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center as well. So it gives back. But they give you little seeds that you can plant that are, so these little seeds are native Texas seeds. So that's what you get with it. My last one had that pack as well. Maybe this year I will plant some. All right, so let's move this over to the side here and get set up so we can do this review. All right, I have everything set up, but let's talk a little bit about this bottle here. So as you can see, has a nice purple top, comes with those seeds that we mentioned earlier. This is Garrison Brothers Lady Bird. Now on the front, I love that the star with the bird on it. This is Texas straight bourbon whiskey infused with honey and finished in cognac casks. Now it's saying that it is wildflower honey that is finished in cognac XO casks that are sourced from France. And in case you're just wondering, a little bit more information, food grade #1 white corn from farms in South Texas. And this is bottle 1715 and release date is 2026. I have had a Lady Bird in the past and have really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to this one. I did have a little sip of it last night, but this is me sitting down and kind of just really taking it in and enjoying it and giving you my thoughts on it as well. So first of all, looking at that, and of course, you know, just like everything else with nice Texas whiskey, it's dark. It is very, very dark, very amber, dark red, burnt orange kind of look to it, which I've always liked, you know, especially being from Texas. I'm, you know, UT boy, so anything that looks burnt orange to me makes me pretty happy. Sticking to the glass very, very nicely, very tight, forming very, very tight legs right now, almost coming down as it's starting to come down, but it's actually really, really tight legs. Kind of looks like a millipede with all the little legs kind of close together. It's starting to come down very, very slowly, but even at that, it's a very, very slow descent. So looking forward to that. All right, let's go in for the aroma. On the aroma, you actually get that honey and sweet cognac on the nose pretty quickly. Now, I forgot to mention that this one is 114 proof, and that's important. I'm going to talk about that in a little while as well. But honey is actually very prominent on the nose. You smell it up front. You smell some sweetness. You do have a little bit of that whiskey. But at 114, very, very nice, and very, very nice, subtle, sweet on the nose. I like it. It's a very unique nose. I like this nose. I'm going to give that a 7.5. Flavors, the fun part. Let's go in for that first flavor. Cheers. Ooh, that was a nice first one hitting the tongue. That sweetness hits, that honey hits, that cognac hits, the whiskey hits, giving me a little bit of a Texas hug. It is my first drink of the day. That is just a very nice, soft, very good way to start off a day. Like if it's gonna be your first sip, very sweet, very nice on the tongue, very inviting. On the back end, that could also be one of those like after dinner kind of drinks. It's a little bit more of a dessert kind of with the cognac and that honey. It is sweet, and I don't mind sweet. I do like sweet. So actually for that initial flavor, I'm gonna give that an 8.2. Now, this is a Texas whiskey. I've always said that Garrison Brothers doesn't try to hide that Texas funk. They try to highlight it and make it taste good. And so if you're a Garrison Brothers fan, you're definitely going to taste that Garrison Brothers Texas funk in there, which is very, very nice. I've grown to really enjoy that, especially when I'm drinking Garrisons. Sweet, dark chocolate right now. That like the Texas funk is a very unique taste that sits in the mid palate and just kind of stays there. That honey kind of sweetness come over it. The cognac finish that just hits and just kind of settles on the tongue, and then kind of just that dark chocolate notes, the Texas funk notes, all those. Like, it's kind of funny. Right now, I don't know why Tootsie Roll popped in my head. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Tootsie Roll with all that sweetness up front.
Tootsie Rolls are all I see.
But in a good way. I mean, I haven't had a Tootsie Roll in a while. Makes me want to go get one now. But for complexity, there's a lot going on in this drink. There's a lot going on in this pour. But at the same time, we're not completely hiding that whiskey. That whiskey is still there, and I'm still enjoying that whiskey. So actually, for the complexity, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Mouthfeel. Let's see how it sticks to that tongue. Now that mouthfeel, it hits the tip of the tongue, hits the mid palate, coats the roof of the mouth, gives me that Texas hug. It's going through that whole process, sticking nicely to that mid palate is very thick and viscous, hugging that tongue. That sweetness is just staying there. That, you know, you're getting there's a lot that my mouth is enjoying with this. I'm starting to salivate more. I'm already my mouth is salivating, make me want another drink. I mean, I'm really actually enjoying this pour today. It's the first pour. This is going down very, very nicely, and I'm really enjoying this one. So for mouthfeel, I'm going to give that an 8.5 as well. Finish. Let's go in for that finish. Every sip, the honey, you can tell it's like a dark honey. You can tell it's a wildflower. Those wildflower honeys have a unique taste to them. That chocolateness is coming through more than, you know, like kind of that Tootsie Roll caramel. Not getting any vanilla on this one. Getting that cognac, getting that, you know, from that cognac, you kind of get like a plum, a grapey note, dark grape, you know, kind of those dark grapey notes. And you can taste, I don't even know how old these are, but this one tastes a little bit older. It tastes, you know, 6 to 8 years. I'm sure we're usually with Garrison Brothers are, I think, like 4 to 6, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But there's a nice finish that keeps on going, keeps on hugging me, keeps on hugging my tongue, give me that Texas hug. So that finish keeps going and going, and it's a nice long finish, mouth drooling right now. So for that finish, actually, I'm going to give that an 8.5 as well. Would I buy again? Now, these bottles are 180, I think 180 bucks. That's pretty pricey. That is pretty expensive. I bought one last year. I bought one this year. I think every year I'll buy one. I think every year I'll buy one to have on my shelf just to see how it's changed, like those changes that it's had. But would I buy again to have let's say I finish this one and back it up? I wouldn't. I think it's a unique experience. I think it's everything about it I do like. It's not something, because of how sweet it is, as I was talking about earlier, I think it's, you know, good as a starter, good as in maybe a dessert, kind of like a dessert wine, but a dessert whiskey at the end. But it's not something like in the middle of the day, I'm going to kind of just go through and say, hey, let me go get a sip of that. Unless I'm craving something sweet, right? So it's a unique whiskey. It's a unique experience, and it's unique to try, and something that I'm really enjoying more than I even thought I did. I remember enjoying it. These scores are higher than I normally get, but because I'm enjoying it so much today. But at $180, that is a lot of money. That is a lot. So for that reason, I'm actually going to give it about a 6. I wouldn't buy a backup. I would buy once every year, but I'm going to give that about a 6. Now, this one gets a score of 47.2 out of 60, which is a pretty damn solid score in my book. You know, that ranks above a lot of other things. I am enjoying this pour. I'm really enjoying it today. And at 114 proof, it's a good proof to enjoy, to sip, to start with, without, you know, having to worry about it kind of, you know, smacking you in the face. There's a lot of sweetness to this. Now, I mentioned the proof again because, as I said, I did go and spend hours sitting in, you know, outside to get this bottle, but it wasn't only for this bottle. I got this one, and this is the first year distillery only release that they did cask strength on these. So yeah, does proof matter? Well, I'm gonna find out, because right after this, I'm actually gonna record a video tasting this, comparing it to some of the cask strength. Yep, I'm gonna see, does that higher proof make it better? Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey rabbit hole, my Texas whiskey rabbit hole this time. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.